Hello there, friends. It is your boy, the Goo Man. Over the last couple weeks, we've been talking a lot about Western pharmaceuticals for weight loss medication and what that can mean for people with autoimmune disease and neurodivergence and all that fun stuff. And I want to talk about the botanical side of it today, the holistic side of it, and some of the things you can get your hands on. If you cannot get your hands on things like GLP-1s, they can assist with this inflammatory process because there are a ton of natural options that you can take to help regulate your blood sugar that are plant-based. As per usual, I'll post all of my papers below so my providers and my nerds can take a look at it. And finally, before we dive in, I run on donations. It helps keep my content accessible to our community and helps me keep some of my publications free that are weekly. So if you would like to help keep me in stable housing, my rent is due tomorrow. I have about $20 in my pocket. I owe about $250, so you can hit me up on Cash App, Venmo, PayPal under the Goo Man Stem. I'm on GoFundMe. Just check the link tree in my bio, and I very, very much appreciate the support. It would suck to finally get into stable housing and then lose it after a week because I don't meet my goal. Oh, anyway. Okay, so the first one we're going to start with is berberine. Berberine is all over TikTok. It's being referred to as nature's natural Ozempic. Next up, we have cinnamon. There's a lot of research that backs its anti-diabetic properties. And the thing you got to know about cinnamon is most of cinnamon... Real cinnamon looks like this. It has to have like a lot of chunky stuff in the middle. You get a lot of fake cinnamon in grocery stores that comes from the cassia plant, and it actually can cause liver damage in high amounts. So just be aware, buy real cinnamon. There's a lot of fake cinnamon out there. Next up, we have curcumin that comes from turmeric. It's the fun thing that makes everything orange. I talk about turmeric all the time. I cover it in my books a lot. It's great for Epstein-Barr reactivation and replication. So it's got a lot going on with it. It's an anti-diabetic, it's an antiviral, it's an antimicrobial. It's just an awesome overall plant to have in your diet. Next, we have bitter melon. This is what it looks like. It tastes just like its name implies, and you can buy it ground up in pill form too if you don't want to eat it. It's very common in Southeast Asian dishes. Indian quinoa is another plant that shows really amazing anti-diabetic properties. This is what it looks like. Green tea has even been shown to help with insulin balancing. So there's tons of options that you have out there. And one thing that I love to call out about this to people is if you notice where all of these things are from, they're all from around the equator. In fact, the Southwest even has its own magical plants called a mesquite tree. All of the beans have anti-diabetic properties and they have a high sugar content. So you can use mesquite bean powder as a replacement for flour. So along with all of these plants that balance insulin growing around the equator, we also have a high variance of carbohydrate-rich foods around the equator versus if we go higher up north or south on the planets. You can think about tropical fruit like pineapple and bananas, super starchy food. And then we see diets that are historically a lot higher in carbohydrates. So it would make sense that the plants that we find for medicine and cultivate, pre-synthetic chemistry, a lot of our medications were based on phytochemicals. It would make sense that we would cultivate and take care of these things and integrate them into our diet. So there you have it. There's some top contenders for, botanical alternatives to some of these weight loss medications on the market. And also, finally, before I end this video, I do want to give a shout out to one of my old mentors at ASU. He gave me the pleasure of interviewing